Hello. How are y'all?
Good, are you?
Doing well. Hey, YouTube. So we're hanging out with our Hartsman Mountain zebras. So that's who's off in the pasture there. We also have some fallow deer here that are hanging out, eating the pellets that I've strewn out. So the Hartsmen live in our giraffe pasture, what we call our preserve pasture. They like this particular pasture because it has some rocky terrain, and this particular zebra likes that rocky terrain. They're good at climbing. But like I said, we also have our fallow deer here. They're picking at the pellets that I just dropped a minute ago. Let me get them some more. So it's a quiet day today. We've had some threat of rain, some threat of thunderstorm. We still have a little bit in the forecast. Come here, goobers. So you can see a couple over here as well. So it's probably in the upper 80s right now. And you can see the zebra are off just grazing away. Looks like we may have some red deer over here as well. So in this pasture, we have the European red deer, the Hartman's mountain zebra, the fallow deer, the Nile lechwe, the Arabian oryx, and the giraffe, the reticulated giraffe. So if you've not heard of Fossil Rim, we are a wildlife center or conservation center in Glen Rose, Texas. Some people know us as a safari park. That's fine too. You can always go through the park in your own vehicle or in one of our tours. Hi, we've got Lena on here with us. Hi, Lena. Thanks for joining us. So as I was saying, this is the Hartsman Mountain Zebra. Why is no one here? Well, we've got some guests here. So you look over here, there's a car. They're hanging out with the fallow deer. And then back behind there is where the giraffe hang out. So that's the giraffe barn. You can see a giraffe walking up to its feed tower. I'm just looking at a more secluded area of the park where the zebras were. We haven't done a zebra live on here up to this point. And it's a quiet day. I figured I'd give us the opportunity to enjoy the cicadas and the fallow deer chomping away. So we are in Glen Rose, Texas. So we're about an hour and a half outside of DFW. So Lena asks, how many animals do we have here? So we have about 50 different species, 1,100 different animals. I say different. We've got 1,100 animals. A lot of them are hoofstock or antelope or deer. So we do have a lot of these fallow deer that mill about. They do really well at repopulating. But yeah, we are, like I said, a conservation center, safari park. So we've got species like the scimitar horned oryx, the roan antelope, the wildebeest, the southern white rhino, the black rhino. We have the reticulated giraffe, and we have two different zebra species. Actually, we have the greves and the Hartsmans, and we try to keep these animals in a setting that mimics the wild as much as possible because we want these animals to breed. Many of them are vulnerable. Oh, we got Wayne on here. He said, where is this? So we are in Glen Rose, Texas. This is Fossil Rim Wildlife Center. And you can go through in your own vehicle, like this family is doing, or you can go through in one of our tour vans like I'm in here. So we've got tour vans that have bench seats that allow you to go through the park. This is our logo. I happen to have the cup right there. So yeah, we're in Glen Rose, Texas, about 45 minutes southwest of Fort Worth, an hour and a half southwest of Dallas. Do we have dinosaurs? It depends on your definition, right? Rhinos have been around for a really long time. They kind of look like a dinosaur. And actually, in Glen Rose, we are known for our dinosaur tracks, believe it or not. If you've not been to Glen Rose. Hi, how are y'all? So if you've not been out to Glen Rose, we have Dinosaur Valley State Park, which has lots of dinosaur tracks in the riverbed. We have one of those dinosaur tracks from someone's property near here up at our overlook area. So, and technically we have some plaster dinosaurs up at the front gate. So do we have dinosaurs? The answer is yes, kind of. But everybody does get it kind of confused because our name is Fossil Rim. Yeah, I figured. I was picking up on the joke. Lena said it was just a joke. I was picking up on the joke, but there is some truth to it, kind of. In a way. Don't open the door for me, because I'll walk in. But you can tell we do have some pretty scenery here at Falls Rim. We have lots of what you can kind of see in the background there, the hills, locally known as the knobs. So we have 7 knobs in this area. Don't ask me why they're called that, but they are. And one of our areas, the cheetah facility, is actually on top of one of these. So just behind is just behind these trees across the creek there, on top of that hill, sorry, fallow deer, is our cheetah facility. And so we have about 1,800 acres where these animals roam. Oh, thanks, guys. We've got some folks liking and subscribing. We appreciate that. It does help. So we try to post some updates here and there and some cute videos. We do have a brand new giraffe calf on the ground. Our last YouTube live was of the giraffe calf, 2 weeks old. So yeah. Oh, Wayne asked, do you have any really dangerous animals? I mean, I guess it depends on your definition of dangerous. Rhinos weigh 6,000 pounds and can run 35 miles an hour. That's kind of dangerous. Giraffe weigh 1,500 pounds with a 6-foot long neck that they swing with basically a wrecking ball at the end of it for a skull. That's kind of dangerous. We have lots of antelope with big pointy horns. It's kind of dangerous. We have cheetahs that can run 60 plus miles an hour. So, yeah, kind of. But we are a facility that that is used to having guests come through the park. So all the dangerous parts are mitigated to an extent, but we rely on the folks that come through the park to be smart, stay in their vehicles, follow the rules, and it keeps everybody safe. You can see our red deer walking along, munching. Hopefully the signal is okay. We've had some trouble in this pasture in the past, but seems to be okay. Carnivorous. Yes, so we do have the cheetahs, as I was saying. We also have the Mexican gray wolf, or Mexican wolf, I guess as they're known now. It was native to Texas at one point, and it's still can be found throughout New Mexico and Arizona and Mexico. And the American red wolf. So we also are home to some American red wolf here. So they are carnivorous. But the Hartsman Mountain zebra here, not carnivorous. But they do play rough. So if you ever get a chance to see these guys up close, you'll notice they have scars and scratches, and some of them are missing their tails and such. That's how a lot of zebras communicate. They play fight, and it kind of looks like fighting, but that's how they communicate through the herd. And so they just have scars all over their body. Horses are kind of just mean, and these are equids, so they're belonging to that family. They do make a lot of the same horse noises. So kind of the oh man, hey, you're interrupting my live. Our animal care specialist coming here to give me a hard time. Are they roaming free also? Oh, I see what you're saying, Wayne. So no, our carnivores do have separate enclosures that they live in, about an acre apiece. And then we do have a 5-acre yard for the cheetahs, a big 5-acre yard for the cheetahs, as well as the wolves. In fact, we just not too long ago, a couple years ago now, built a new red wolf facility so we can house more breeding pairs. Because really that's our end goal, is to make babies. So we're trying to have as many calves, chicks, pups, cubs, all the above, because we want these animals to be well represented in an insurance population where if they ever do need to go back, they can. And every year we do send some animals back. So we have a big breeding program here with our Atwater's Prairie Chicken, which is a grouse out of South Texas. And we send 300 or so back to South Texas every year, which they've started that process. They're going back. Am I a ranger? No. So I work in the marketing department. My job is to show you the species we have, endear them to you, and hopefully you come out here, check them out, so we can continue our process of breeding species. So we are a nonprofit that lives off of the donations and the entry fees through our front gate. And so my job is to just get people to learn about FossilRim and come check us out and enjoy it, because more often than not, if you come out here and take one of our guided tours, you're gonna learn to love this place. It is a beautiful property. I grew up in Glen Rose. I grew up coming out here, and it's still, every time I come out here, it's just nice to be out here. It's a pretty place to be, on top of all the cool animals that are out here. And then there's the fallow deer. These guys. At least they're kind of cute. They've got that going for them. Do I have a favorite animal at the wildlife park? Yeah, I mean, it's hard to pin me down to one. I, of course, enjoy the giraffe, but you know, surprisingly, since I've been here, I've really grown to enjoy the Bongo Antelope. So if you don't know what a bongo is, type in Bongo Antelope in Google. They're a very shy species and very gentle, and they're a very deep red kind of color with white stripes. And I just kind of like them. I had never seen one before working at FossilRim, and coming out here to FossilRim. So it was something where it kind of caught me off guard. I wasn't used to a big antelope like that. The males can weigh like, I don't know, 500 or 600 pounds. They're just a big animal that is shy. Hi. Oh yeah, well, we do these lives. I try to do them weekly, so feel free to come back and we'll be checking out a new thing every week. I do them on our different platforms weekly on Facebook and Instagram, so if you have either of those and you want to check us out there, feel free to hop over there. I've been working here for 6 years, so I've learned a few things here and there, and I enjoy talking about the animals, so that helps. And I enjoy doing research on the animals, and don't want to just give y'all fake fun facts that I'm making up, so I try to look stuff up as I go. And it's easy to talk about these guys, a lot of them, because they're a lot of them are cute. They're easy to talk about. So this is the fallow deer that I was talking about. So these are the females. So we try to have the females and the males split up into different pastures. And that is for keeping their reproduction down. So this is one of the species we try to keep from reproducing, and somehow they manage to anyway. So there's a bunch of fallow deer out here. We've done a lot of vasectomies and what's called epididymectomies. And yet there's still fawns. There's still a ton of fawns running around. I mean, granted, this is the time for babies, but we just, somehow they figure out how to have babies. It's amazing. Can you give it a little pat for me? So, unfortunately, no, I cannot touch the animals out here. You can hand feed the giraffe because they are very gentle. They don't have top teeth in the front, only the bottom teeth in the front, and then they have molars in the back. But the rest of the species, we ask not to feed because they're a little more unpredictable. We don't want anybody catching a horn or an antler or getting a bite. Because these guys do have teeth in the front. You can see they're grazers. They're yanking up grass there. Those zebras are the ones that you got to watch those teeth, because they'll show you the teeth. They're like trying to convince you to hand feed them, I think, and then you get a chomp chomp. How many volunteers work there? So we have more and more volunteers all the time, and we've got a bunch of very dedicated volunteers that have been here from the time that FossilRim opened in the mid 80s. So we've had some folks here, 40 years. I think this is our 40th anniversary being open to the public, and I think we've had volunteers here, some of them, since that time. I can think of at least one who has. So some dedicated folks. Oh, that's nice. Well, thank you for subscribing. And yeah, feel free to come back and hang out. It is nice to get this kind of view every now and again and enjoy the beauty of FossilRim. So we are, for those that have joined late, we are a 1,800 acre facility out in Glen Rose, Texas, which is a rural area of Texas, south of DFW or Dallas Fort Worth. You can see the red deer off in the distance. All right, guys. Well, I typically keep these to about 20 minutes, and it looks like we're just about there. So I do appreciate you coming on, and for all of those that have been super nice. Oh, well, Wayne's got a question real quick. How do we feed the carnivores? So they do get a lean meat diet. I'm not exactly sure where that's sourced from. Our animal care specialists know better than I would. But they do have a lean meat diet that they are fed from a pan. So they're these little silver round disc-like pans that are put into what's called a feed crush. It has guillotine doors on either side. They let those cheetahs in, and that's how they feed them. So they'll eat that lean meat, because you know you don't want cheetahs to get overweight. They're used to running. They're used to staying lean. Hi, how are y'all? What's that?
Anything cool we're missing?
Oh, there's the zebra. Did y'all see the zebra?
We saw the zebra.
Okay.
I'm a little scared of the zebra.
Oh well, yeah, the teeth.
Yeah.
I guess you've seen them when they're showing their teeth like that.
One time we had a zebra come up to the window and like put its whole head in. We were all screaming.
Sure. Yeah. I don't blame you. But yeah, there might be some more zebra over that way. I think I only see 3 of them over here, so keep an eye out. Yeah. No. Now, did y'all see the baby giraffe?
Both times we went around the grass went come to us.
Oh, well, I know that the baby does kind of keep to itself, so
They just didn't come over.
oh, okay. Got it. Okay.
Wow, thank you.
Yep, y'all have a good day.
Thank you, you too.
All right, guys. Well, oh yeah, hey, we got another person here that, yeah. Sorry, I was having a conversation with a guest. So, all right, well, I guess it is time to end. So come back next week. We do try to do these on Wednesday, and then on the other platforms, Facebook and Instagram, we do these on Friday at 9 a.m. So come back and see us then. Thanks, guys. Have a fantastic day, evening, and week.